How's it going, guys? It's been a while again, and yeah, since the last raids were released, AHK was banned, and I got some drops and pictures and stuff. But yeah, I've mostly done raids. Haven't done much skilling. A little bit farming, almost 60 mil. Total XP still not 1 bill. My XP gains have been quite dismal since I got 200 mil fire making. I guess I burned out from skilling. I don't know. I did some. Well, I showed the pictures in the last video. I did some PVMing, got some drops for raids mostly, and Slayer and yeah. But yeah, raids. Yeah, I'll just jump to pictures. But yeah, here you can see my awful clicking. No HK scripts, haven't even set up Windows mouse keys, so it's all manual clicking from here on out. Unless I decide to try Windows mouse keys and or Jagex makes some kind of Jagex mouse keys, I guess. But yeah, let's jump to the pictures, raids pictures. Okay, so here is the very first raid I did. I can't remember the team size, it was probably 5, 6, 7, something like that. And as you can see, I died several times, 150 points almost. And yeah, no drop, sadly. And it took us 2 hours, 23 minutes, which wasn't quite as bad as I expected. Like, for example, there was another group doing raids at the same time from our CC, and they started before us, and they took almost 3 hours to complete the first one, and some people took almost 4 hours. So we did okay, I guess. Except in the total points. That was terrible. But yeah, first raid, no one had any idea what to do, or what to expect, and stuff like that. But yeah, the first, I'll just show you like 10 first raid pictures. This was the second one. Managed to do it 20 minutes faster still, and also you can see my inventory changing when time passes. And also here we used fish, had own super combat and ranging potions, and we didn't make any brews or overloads. Again, day 1, no idea what to do. Third one, again 30 minutes faster, we were getting better, and I even had 3k points. Oh, actually I had 3k on the second one too. But yeah, again inventory changed a bit. This was the fourth one, again slightly faster, getting closer to the 1 hour mark. 10k points, almost 11k. And also we started making brews and overloads. Oh yeah, and most of these raids, or the big majority of raids I've done, is with Ironmen, and usually it's only Ironmen, or sometimes we have one main with us and one ultimate. Like this was like 5th, almost break the 1 hour mark, and the 6th one, and on the 7th one I got my first drop, which was the Dragon Hunter crossbow. I still haven't really tested it anywhere. I took it with me on the raids instead of the Armadillo crossbow, and it should work against Olm. Like, you get 10% accuracy and range strength bonus with that bow against Olm and against all dragons, but I didn't really see that much difference compared to Arma crossbow. Like, my XP drops and were pretty much the same, and I also hit pretty much as often as I did with Arma crossbow, and the Dragon Hunter crossbow has 5 less range accuracy. So now I just use Arma crossbow and don't really bother with the Dragon Hunter crossbow. And this was the 10th, and I didn't get anything. I only took it because from here on out I started tracking the KC in the chat box, because at this point there was no in-game counter, so I had to track the raids KC manually. But yeah, and yes, another drop wasn't for me, and yeah, in these pictures I'll show all the drops, like unique drops from raids, even if it's not for me. If my teammate gets something, I'll show it here. There's like 20 pictures or something, so bear with me. I'll try to talk less from now on. And yeah, then Jamie got Good Eye Wand. I still nothing for me. Lasbe got lucky with Dragon Harpoon, or unlucky, depending how you look at it. Then I got lucky, I got the Ancestral Hat, which is actually really good. Best in slot mage hat. Gives one more range accuracy compared to third age hat, and also has +2 mage strength, which I didn't know for the longest time. It took me like weeks to figure that out or find out. But yeah, it's really good. Then 2 raids after, I got the Dragon Claws, which I really haven't used. I tried them once against Olm's right hand, the melee hand, but it wasn't that good. I just prefer Dragon Warhammer. Then more Dragon Harpoons for KT. Cobb got the wand, lucky bastard. Then Lasby got the Dragon Hunter crossbow, and I think this was back to back. Yep, back to back. He got Throne Access the next raid. Then Cobb got the prayer scroll, and at this point there was only one scroll, and you could unlock Rigor, Augury, and Preserve with the one scroll. And naturally, Cobb put it in on or chose Rigor. Oh yeah, there was no drop. KC73, this was my last KC before the official counter, and I think that took me 1 week to get 73 KC. And from now on, I'll just use the in-game counter, so it might get a bit annoying or confusing when you need to add the 73 KC I had previously to the counter. So yeah, here's the KC1 with the new counter. So basically here my KC is 74 now. And then Dog Goat, our ultimate, got the Ancestral Hat. And a few kills later, well, like almost 20 kills later, and he got the Dragon Sword. Where's my drops? And Cobb, again, getting drops, Ancestral Rope Bottom, and I actually really want the Ancestral Ropes myself, so I was pretty salty at this point. Then I got lucky, I got the Prayer Scroll, and again it was one scroll for all 3 prayers. Or actually maybe they made it so maybe they added the common prayer scroll for Preserve, but it would still use the one scroll to unlock Rigor and Augury, and I chose the range prayer. Then Cookie got lucky, he got Ancestral Rope Top, and he was usually the one main that raided with us Iron Men. It actually does make the raids slightly faster to have one main, because sometimes he would get seeds as drops or even overload if he did the most damage to the mobs, so it sped up the farming and herb lob process slightly. But yeah, he didn't have to split that, so he got like 200 mil, 300 mil from that. Then Parker got Twisted Buckler. Jamie, again lucky, Din's Bulwark, which is pretty useless. And I got the Dragon Sword, which was my 5th drop, so I can't really complain about other people getting lucky when I have 5 drops to my name. And yeah, this was the last item for me, and last picture to show you guys. So yeah, currently my KC is 114 plus 73, which is 187. But I also did one more, so 188 is my current KC, which isn't that high. I know people with like almost double my KC, and for example Merrick I think has like 300 400 KC and only one drop to his name, so I guess I've been pretty lucky, so no reason to complain. But yeah, about raids, as I said, we didn't really know what to do, what to expect when raids were first released. We know the basics. We knew it would be basically watered down dungeoneering. And yeah, so far I haven't been disappointed. There has been glitches and bugs and tweaks and stuff they've changed past these few weeks since the release. But overall I think it has been a really enjoyable update, even though I normally don't like PVM that much, but I've been enjoying raids. It's probably because I most of the time I do it in the same group, or mostly in the same group, and yeah, our teamwork is pretty good. Oh yeah, one more raids related thing. I started to keep track of all my points and drops and stuff like that, and I made a spreadsheet. I can show it here. Oh, wrong one. My bad. Yeah, I got the spreadsheet here. KC time, how many points I got, how many points the team got total, if there was a drop, and if it was me, if it was for someone else. And these are just to track the total items. You can ignore those, and also some additional info. So yeah, here are all the drops. It's not that exciting. All the drops I've had, all the drops other people have had. This was my personal best points, and it's still my record points, 28k. And once again, need to make new inventory of maple longs. This is so painful manually. I miss my HK. And this was personal best, our first sub 30. Granted, it was with actually I think that was second sub 30. Oh yeah, here's the first one. This sub 30, the first one was with one main and one ultimate, and the second one I can't remember. The team compilation, I guess. He has a random 1 hour 50 minutes, even though it's KC 148, but it was a 38 man mass, and I only got 756 points, which brings down the average points and also the average time. But yeah, the average time should go down slowly with time, even though there's like the very first raids, 2.5 hour, 2 hour raids are calculated in it. And here's my current personal best, 1 second, sub 29. And I know there's some team that has better time, I think, Ironman team. And I can't remember if we were all Ironman or one main. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, need to move this a bit. Yeah, here are the averages, so I've done, actually that's wrong, it's 188 raids. And in total I've had 3 million points and 5 drops. I don't know how lucky that is. And in 16.5 million total team points we've had 19 drops. So if anyone wants to do any calculations, try to figure out drop rates, these figures might help you, I don't know. Then again, it's a really small sample size and it's mostly Ironman teams, so for example average points is quite a bit lower than you'd get with a team of consisting only mains. I think someone said that mains get on average 20k plus points. Could be wrong, I don't know. And the average team points of course depends on your team size. so I didn't really track that. I did track it for a while, but never used the data for anything. And my personal average time is 47. And as I said, all the early raids and the big mass and all stuff like that are calculated in this average. For example, if you take my 30 most recent raids, the average is 39 minutes. So with time this will slowly go down if I keep tracking my times. I might stop doing that after, for example, 200 raids. I might only take pictures of unique drops the team gets, because this takes a little bit of time. Not that much, but it's still time, quote unquote, wasted. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it about the raids. And I don't actually even know what else to talk about, because raids is pretty much the thing now. It's pretty much the only thing I've done since the release. I've done some skilling when there's no teams around or no one to raid with. I've never done a solo raid, and I don't really like how it looks like. I guess, well, I can't say because I haven't done if I like it or not, but watching people stream it and listening people talk about solo raids, I don't think it's worth doing. Personally, at least for me, I don't think I'd enjoy that. It might make me better at raiding, because I'd say I'm still below average, because I'm so bad at PVMing, and most of the people who I raid with are definitely better at raiding than I am. And but yeah, I've always been really bad at PVM, and I really usually get really frustrated when I need to learn something new. And when it comes to raids, well, the first few days were pretty frustrating, especially day one, of course, because it was new content and we had no idea what to do. That got frustrating when we kept dying and not knowing how to kill some bosses. And also day two, we started to have some kind of inkling what to do, how the thing works. But at that point, I hadn't slept much, so I was sleep deprived, and yeah, that always gets to me. Like if I do something like raids where I need to concentrate and it's PVM and I'm bad at it and I'm tired and hungry and thirsty and everything, yeah, it just gets really frustrating, and I get annoyed with all the small things and stuff like that. But yeah, now I feel like a veteran raider and don't really get frustrated, and if I die a few times, I don't mind. That shit happens. And as I said, I've been enjoying it, so yeah. Basically, I have nothing bad to say about raids. Well, some of the rooms are like, well, I don't like to say too hard, but unproportionally hard or something. For example, the Tecton, if you don't hit with your hammer spec, it's pretty much gonna take you 5 minutes to complete it. Or Ice Demon takes a shit ton of time getting all the kindling and burn it, and it starts to disappear from the ground if you don't have a storage box in a bigger team and stuff like that. Also, the thieving room just seems to take way too long. I just wish there was more variety, I guess, or more to it, so to say. But yeah, 20-minute rant about raids. I guess that's enough. Okay, so the drops I have are the crossbow, claws, the magic hat, the prayer, and the short sword. And well, the sword is most definitely completely useless to me. I'll probably never use it anywhere. The claws I might try at Mole, and the crossbow I plan to test it at Lava Dragons compared to the Trident. The magic hat is really good at Zura. It gives me +1 magic, max hit with trident from 35 to 36 of task, which is really nice. And also I don't have the imbued heart, so that's really nice. And yeah, the prayer rigor, that's really good. Like, it gives me, I think, +3 max hit with blowpipe with added darts. So yeah, that's just amazing. And the drops I still want. Well, twisted bow isn't really that useful for me because I don't really plan to do too much PVMing outside raids, except of course Zulrah and Mole. And for Zulrah there is 50 damage cap, so you can't hit more than 50 on Zulrah. So I don't know if twisted bow is gonna be that much better than blowpipe with added arts. So I won't be that salty or annoyed if I don't get a twisted bow. But that said, if I did get a twisted bow, it would speed up my raiding. I would get more points and probably faster raid times. So yeah, twisted bow would be nice for raids for me. So that's the first item I'd like to get. And the second one is the ancestral robes. So I only have the hat, and I definitely want the top and the bottom. They both give +2 mage strength, so that will again give me probably one more max hit with trident if I have the top and the bottom. Maybe more, I don't know. I don't ever do any DPS calculations, so I have no idea how it would affect my max hit, if it's 1 max hit or 2 max hits, or I don't know, but I definitely want them. And also they would speed up my raiding, because currently I use Ahrims as a switch. And also they would be insanely good for, well, not insanely, but really good at for Zulrah and also Slayer, because I do barrage few tasks, well, 2 smoke devils and dust devils. And also after those I'd like to get the wand or insignia. I do have the master wand, so I could just use it on that, and I think it gives quite a bit of magic strength. I don't know if it's 5% or 15%, but it does. And it also has a chance to save your runes, and it also gives unlimited water runes, so that'll be really nice for Slayer, and I definitely do want it. And lastly, I'd like to get Augury. It's the only prayer I don't have. It's not that great anywhere. I guess it does help at Zulrah and maybe Slayer, but yeah, it's not that great. So if I get all the other items before getting Augury, I'll probably won't camp for Augury. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, those drops I need. So the bow, the ropes, the wand, and Augury. So 5 drops, and I have 5 now. So I'm basically halfway done. Probably not, but yeah. And I plan to do raids until I get those items. Well, at least 3 of them. If I get the robes and the wand, then I probably won't go back for the twisted bow or Augury. But that said, I might always burn out. You never know, so I might not go for those items straight away. Maybe I'll take breaks, maybe I'll start skilling, maybe I'll do some Slayer for imbued heart. We'll see. But if I do manage to get those items, what do I plan to do next? Well, most likely Slayer. I'm only 90 mil XP, and I would like to have the imbued heart for Zulrah and also for future Slayer. And yeah, if after I get those robes and the wand and imbued heart, I'll most likely start camping Zulrah again. Do maybe 5, 10, 15k kills, I don't know. As much as I can do without burning out. And yeah, that's basically my current mid-term plans. I don't know if you'd call them long-term. I suppose it depends how long it'll take. Maybe the imbued heart will take me 6 months. Maybe the rate drops I still want will take me another 6 months, so you could call those long-term plans. But that remains to be seen. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if there's anything else I planned to talk about. Actually, there was one thing. Let's see if the poll is still up. Nope. Results. Here, there was a graphics poll. So a lot of graphics questions, and most of them passed, and most of them I wasn't really too interested in. But this, question 5. Should we add a new set of graceful kit using the original appearance of the outfit? This would be purchased from Grace for the same cost as standard graceful kit. So basically, I don't know if you remember the old graceful. I can put a picture post production or in editing phase here right now. So this is what the old graceful looks like, and it's amazing. I really miss it. When they changed the graceful to look like it looks now, I really disliked the decision, and I didn't like the new graceful. I much preferred the old one, and now they finally pulled the chance of us getting the old graceful back, and it's not passing, or it didn't pass. The poll is already closed, but yeah, it's almost 72%. So too bad. And I don't know why people vote no. Probably because they don't want more cosmetics, which I agree with. I don't really like cosmeticscape, but this was the original graceful. Like, surely this is a exception to the rule. Like, I don't know. Well, of course there might be people that didn't play when the old graceful was out, or they didn't like how it looked, or they just dislike, as I said, the cosmeticscape enough to vote no to this, even if they like the old outfit, which I don't disagree with. But I really wanted this, and yeah, I've been part of the Make Graceful Look Great Again movement for maybe a year or more. Well, ever since they changed it from the old one to the new one. But yeah, that's pretty much the only one I cared about. For most of these I skipped the question. Some I answered yes, some no. I don't think I can see my answers anymore. Yeah, probably doesn't show my answers anymore. But yeah, like 90% I just skipped the question because I don't really care. Oh yeah, one more thing in defense of this question. They already have the model for the old graceful, so they wouldn't even need to use that much dev time, if any dev time, implementing this if this had passed. So rest in peace. There was some good things I really like, especially this staves thing. I really disliked the new staves with the kits. Well, it was the Steam staff. Dust and Mist are new. Sorry, lost my train of thought. But yeah, the Steam staff with the Bounty Hunter kit thingy looked horrible. Like it was stunted, and I really disliked how it looked. But now they made them longer, which is nice. And the Max Faircape change, I voted yes to. I liked how it looked on the picture they provided when they pulled this, but it doesn't really look like the picture in game right now. But I think they're gonna try to fix that. And those were pretty much the only ones I cared about. The other ones were like I didn't really care at all. But yeah, I don't know, what else could I talk about? I thought this video would be a lot longer. Well, it's already 31 minutes, but I was expecting like 50 minutes or 1 hour ramble because I hadn't done one in a while, but I guess I've only done raids and there's only so much you can say about raids. And I think I've said enough, so yeah. I might end it here. Sorry about the rambly ending, and yeah, pretty much the last 10 minutes I haven't said anything of value or substance, so yeah, forgive me for that, and I'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.